Hi everyone. I'm sorry that I have this in my face, but I'm having allergies, and it's either that or I stuff toilet paper in my nose. So you're gonna have to do with the AV mask. So today, the title is like, oops. The reason for the title is this: I'm making baby danger noodles. These are little snakes. I'm starting with the candy corn because I've had one, and it's sold. And bigger though. This one is small. It's gonna be small. It's gonna be like 80 rows, something like that. And then after that, I do the tail. Right now, I'm at 50 rows, so I just need about this much of snake. So that's good. It's progressing quite well. um, gonna be going with Halloween colors exclusively for this because it's Halloween soon. Well, it's Halloween every day, but you know what I mean. For regular people, it's Halloween soon. For the normies, I see that in a loving way. So now I'm just crocheting and stuffing as I go. It's really not gonna be long. It's gonna be a short snake, like I was saying. So just baby snakes. I could have even made them smaller, I think. But I think this will do. I don't like the way the designer makes the tail, so I'm gonna do my own way where I decrease every 2 rows, 3 rows, rounds, because I find that's what works best for me. I do not like when snakes have a tiny body at the end. I like when the decreases are even. I don't like it when it goes like whoop and then tail, like an elongated tail. I don't like that. I don't think it looks good personally. Um, I don't know why the page closed. But this is the Rainbow Snake Crochet by Umbalka Design Crochet. I can't pronounce Umbalka. I don't know how that's pronounced. And I don't know why it's not like Umbaka, but it's Umbalka. Uh, I really don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Um, but this is the pattern I'm using. I'm using the small snake. Uh, it's been a really fun and easy pattern so far, but like I said, I don't like the tail, so I'm doing my own. But the head and everything has a nice shape to it, so I'm using that. Because, in my head, a snake kind of points at the end. It doesn't, like, you know, and I feel like sometimes people who make snake patterns tend to do that. They tend to decrease way too quickly, way too soon, and then to have like kind of a spike at the end. I don't know how to say it. But if you look at a snake in nature, it's not like that. Like it's constant. A lot of snakes have a bigger body than they do a tail, is what I'm trying to say. Like they have a big bulky body, and then just the tail is just really um I don't know how to say it, but quickly. But yeah, this one has just a very slim and long and um at the tail. So I'm not doing that. I don't think it looks snaky, if I can say it. The decrease is much more steep on a real one, so that's why I'm doing it like this. Not that I'm bitching about the pattern, mind you, it's a fantastic pattern. I also placed the eyes a little bit down, further down, Because if you look at a snake, usually the eyes are on the side of the head, not on top, like most people do. So yeah, I've done that as well. I put the eyes further down, just on the side of the head. I'm not gonna make eyelids for this one because it's smaller and it wouldn't look good with as many details as the large one I did. As you can see in my thumbnail, that's one I freehanded. Well, I looked at a pattern to see how it was done, but I freehanded my own. Instead of using a round face, I used, the method where um, you do you use a chain to start and then you continue around that chain instead of using um, a magic ring. Not like you don't join the chain, not like when you do a round chain. That's not what I mean. But you go down one side of the chain and then you go on the other side, and then it does a flat round instead of a round round. Like it's not a circle, but it's not oval either. It's like flat at the edges. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but the decreases will be on the sides when you do that instead of being spread around. And it makes a nice shape for the face of the snake, and that's what I did in the big one because I really wanted it to be big. The snout is a little bit too large, but you live and you learn, I kind of like how it looks still. So that's what I did. But this one is much easier. Well, it's not easier, it's just quicker because it's smaller actually. But it's not well, it's not hard to work on the other side of a chain. That's not what I was trying to say. So, yeah. Hold on. I still have a little bit of the Hirschner's Halloween yarn that I purchased long ago. So I'm using the candy corn one for this. And I'm gonna be making some with the two other skeins that I have of different colors. I don't have the new ones or anything like that. And I don't have the one that's orange and gray either. I ran out of this one because people kept ordering the same thing. And I was gonna have a zombie cat in my shop to incite customers, but someone told me send me this instead of the one you're making me, because then you'll have one less to make. And I was just like, all right, but I'm already gonna make it. So actually, you're taking things away from my shop that would be for other customers. Not that I'm complaining, but like that's what happens when you change your mind in a small business and take something that was gonna go on the shop. Like it's not a less work for us, it's more work for us because we have to make more with less material, if that makes sense. uh yeah, because when I get orders I account for what I have in stock. uh I don't use things that go in my shop when I have a custom order, and I get a commission. It's separate from that, it's not in my shop stock. So yeah, the person thought they were doing me a favor, but it just actually ended up, hey, everyone. And they took it after I advertised it everywhere too. So I was kind of, yeah. So I was like, um, hey everyone, I have this new color. And then everyone was super excited, right? They were interested checking it out. 5 minutes later, I gotta say sorry, sold, and everyone congratulating me. Yay, you made money! But no, I didn't. The customer had already paid for this, but they just took something that was gonna be like giving advertisement to my shop because everyone was super excited because this cat was very cute, like orange, gray, and black. Like people go crazy for that kind of stuff around Halloween and things like that. But yeah, I know that I sound like I'm complaining, but I'm just trying to explain. Uh, yeah, the way I run my shop is not a free for all. Like I keep inventory, you know. I keep inventory, and I put the things that are back order in my shop, like the things that are made to order, not back order, but the things that are made to order are set so that the numbers are set to match what I have in stock and what I can make, not something that I'm gonna have to order yarn for. And since this is American yarn, I can't exactly just buy it willy nilly. It costs a lot to ship to Canada, and Hirschner's, you always get a lot of custom fees with Hirschner's. I noticed, like, I always pay $40 more, like $35 to $40 more when I ordered there. Last time was okay because I didn't buy too many yarns, so it didn't exceed like the import limit or whatever. Because you have to pay a fee when it's over a certain amount, and you also have an amount to pay for different fibers and all that. It depends. It really depends what you import. I would check the website if I were you. If you're gonna buy a lot of yarn from a different country, it's gonna tell you what works, what doesn't. But yeah, like if I order from Obi from Denmark, then I always have custom fees, no matter where I get it from. It's not even really that. No, that's right. Obi doesn't use UPS in Canada. Okay, so it's not that because if you didn't know, the fees you pay with UPS in Canada are not custom fees; they're broker fees. They're imposing that fee to you even if you don't use broker services. Because when you ship when you order as a business, you might need that, but when you just get the package of yarn, you don't need a broker for that. You get your package, you pay your fees, and that's all. But it's a way for them to make money because nobody's really contesting those fees. Um, yeah, nobody's really like declining those fees and doing it themselves and everything. But yeah, you don't need the broker. So if you're in Canada, don't use UPS. You're gonna get screwed over unless you want to do the whole thing like declining the fees and uh, filing the tax thing and everything. Unless you want to do this yourself, yeah, I would recommend just not using UPS at all. Some companies use it from the get go, like you don't have the choice. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend. It looks like all nice and nice and everything. All neat and nice and everything. But it's actually one of the worst. It's very scammy. It's a very scammy company. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's what I think. Yeah, because one time something from someone from France sent me something because well, they sent something to my house because it cost them less money to import it to Canada and then me shipping it to them than it did buying it directly. And Like it ended up costing me $70 from broker fees from UPS, and I had to pay it by hand because I didn't have a credit card at the time. I just didn't have it, and like you're not allowed to pay any other way, so I had to ask my friend who was there. Well, not my friend, but the person who was with me, and so I had to pay them back by hand. And it was $70, and I had to pay out of pocket. Like the person ordering the shirt was like, "Why do I have to pay this?" And was like, "Okay, I guess I'll pay," but like that was a lot of money for me to be giving out like this. But yeah, UPS just always screws you over no matter what you do. Just be careful with them, you know. That would be my advice. Oh boy. But yeah, UPS is not a company I'm very excited about overall. Everyone's claiming, oh, UPS, UPS, UPS. Uh, their fees are high all over anyway. I use Canada Post, and I know, oh, expensive, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's 5 minutes from my home, and I'm disabled. I can't go to the other thing. What's the name again? But I can't go there. People are telling me use that one. It's cheaper, but it's gonna cost me $7 just to go and come back from it. It ends up costing me more to use that. And I know. Oh, but get them to collect your packages. That costs like 4 or 5 dollars. Like I think it's four, but with taxes it's more. You know. And I know that as a small business, you can claim those fees and whatever. But that's at the end of the year. Like on hand, it ends up costing me money that I don't have. So what I do is I just use Canada Post. I have a 5 minutes walk, not even. It's a 2 minutes walk. It's like 3 streets away that way, and voila! Like the post office is right there, and it's nice. The employees are nice. It's always fun to go. There's never a line. I get a lot of criticism for using Canada Post, but yeah, for me it's just easier. That's what I do as a business. You do what works for you, because we all have different needs and different things that we have to get for our businesses and for our things, you know? And for me, that's just what works because I can't walk long distances under the heat. Uh, and I can't afford the bus. I don't have a bus pass. I have a bus card, but I still have to fill it up every time I go, and it costs you 7.50. Is it like seven? Yeah, I believe it's 7.50. Yeah, it's 7.50. It costs me 7.50 every time I go out, and there's no way I'm adding that to the already elevated cost of packages. You know, like ooh, the customer's gonna save $2 on their packing, but I'm paying more. No, no, that's just not worth it. I understand it's frustrating, but as a business, it's not worth it for me. You know, and I've not had problems with Canada Post. The only problems I've had is with customers claiming they didn't receive the package. But Etsy tells you when a customer receives the package, it tells you it has been delivered. Like people sometimes they like to go, "Hey, I'm send me another one. I didn't get it. And you're like, yeah, but it tells me on my end. Or, yeah, but I've not shipped it yet. I've not finished because I still have a week to finish. People try things on you sometimes, and you gotta be firm. I know it sucks, but you know, that's what it is to run a business. Hold on, I gotta count. Wow, I already have 70 rounds, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 70 rounds. That means I have like 5 more to make. And then after that, I do the tail. So this is going to be a small snake. Yeah, that's cool. The tail is going to be yellow. So, all I have to do is dream. Yeah, that song is stuck in my head because the other day I watched The Handmaid's Tale because I was missing like 3 episodes, something like that. Okay, and now I gotta do 4 more rounds, so I'll do that. But yeah, and yeah, there's a scene in it where spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil you The Handmaid's Tale, by the way. So if you do not want to be spoiled or if you're sensitive to violence, please skip this. But I will be explaining to you what happens in the series as well as um, spoiling you and telling you some gory details. So yeah, the start of the season 5, I was kind of going around episodes because I didn't remember which ones I had missed when it came out. By the way, season 6 is coming like next month already. Cause yeah, but I was just missing 3 episodes, but I didn't know how many I had missed. I just knew that I hadn't seen the finale. Um, so I was kind of going around, and season 5 ends with clips of Elizabeth Moss, June, um, taking a bath to wash away the blood after she killed Fred, the guy played by Joseph Fiennes. By the way, Joseph, I don't know if he endorses his brother's ideologies or not. I really hope he doesn't. I really hope that's just on Ralph, because Ralph Fiennes, if you didn't know, he supports J.K. Rowling, because he played in Harry Potter, obviously, but he supports J.K. Rowling, so I just hope Joseph doesn't support that. He seems to be fine so far from what I saw. He seems to be okay with the whole thing, but like he's played LGBTQ plus characters and all that, so I'm hoping he doesn't endorse that. But yeah, just because people are related doesn't mean they support the same rhetoric. but yeah, I was kind of hoping not because he was a fantastic actor in that, and I don't want one more reason to not like The Handmaid's Tale. I'm already iffy about supporting it because Margaret Atwood is a TERF. If you didn't know, a TERF is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. So it's a so-called feminist who rejects trans women as part of the as part of feminism. Like they do not include women, trans women, in that. And so she's a TERF. She's come out and said that she doesn't support trans women uh, being seen as women. Like she doesn't. She's against that. So yeah, I don't think she wrote the series. I think it was independent of the book because like the book is part of it, like first or second season, something like that. But after that, the series goes much more further into the storyline than the book does. But yeah, at this point, I'm just invested and I want to know what happens. But that's pretty much it. Okay. Um, and now I'm ready to do the tail. So we're gonna decrease every 2 rounds. So that will be one. Whoops. Every 3 rounds, excuse me. Whoa. So one. Wait, I'm almost done. One. And starting the second here. And almost there. Two. And we're starting the third. There will be a little bit of white in the tail, but that's good. So it doesn't end stark yellow. Because I started yellow at the tip here, as you can see at the tip of the head. So it's nice to have a little bit of variety. And three. Good. I just do one decrease in the first round. I do nothing more because, like I said, I want that elongated tail look. I want it to decrease very slowly. And when you're kind of at the end, you start to decrease a little bit quicker, uh, just to have a little bit more of a steep point. Not steep, the opposite of steep. Um, like this instead of like this, not exactly like this, more a 90-degree angle, I guess, but just so it starts to decrease quicker. I don't think I'm very clear in my explanations. I'm so sorry. But like I'm gonna do a few of this. It's a very cute snake. Hold on, I have the drip. It's really annoying. If you don't know what the drip is, it's a French saying when your nose is dripping. I apologize for my face. It looks very red. No. So someone is supposed to come later tonight to buy my boots. Well, to try them on, not to actually buy them. They're gonna do a payment plan, and I deliver. Well, I don't deliver, but they can come get it once they've paid the whole thing. So hopefully that works out. We're gonna hope. So one. Well, I'm in the first. I don't have one made yet. I'm doing the same thing. 3 rows, 3 rounds, and then a decrease. So one, and then the second. So 2, yeah, and then the last round. So 3. Yeah. We're gonna do this one more time. After that, we're gonna start decreasing every 2 rounds instead to make it steeper, like I was saying. So I should have like 13 stitches after this one. Yeah, 13 stitches. So 1 round completed. and 2. And almost 3. It's gonna have just a tiny white tip. That's gonna be super cute. It's changing color right at the last stitch of the round. Uh, I love it when it does that. It's just a fresh start. And just put back our stitch marker and put some stuffing in. Because this is starting to be a little bit hollow. Needs to be filled up. See, the decrease is quite regular and very slow. But now it's gonna start to get a little bit quicker. Okay, so now we're gonna do 2 rounds in between. And at the end, it's gonna be more decreases. So this is 1, and just starting the second. This white has little specks of yellow and orange in it, and that kind of always happens when you have multicolor skeins like this. The white always has speckles or something. First nurse does this anyway. So now 2, and 1 decrease here, and we're gonna do 2 more rounds again. It's starting to decrease really quick. And as it decreases, you want to put less stuffing it to give it mobility too. Because the tip of the tail is going to be a little bit more flexible. Well, in a real life snake, that's not the case, but with crochet, you don't want a stiff tail that sticks through. It looks kind of a little bit better if you don't do that, and if you just have a little bit more mobile of a tail. For a snake, anyway, because it needs to bend and everything, and this is going to facilitate that. And I never put stuffing at the very tip. Like, I leave that loose. If you really want it to be stuffed, kind of press on your snake to even out the stuffing. Yeah, and where I am now, I'm gonna be able to start decreasing every round. But before that, let's put more stuffing in. Kind of using the tip of my hook to help me here. Yeah. more. It needs a slightly more. There. Voila. Okay. And now I just finish this up by decreasing every round. Or do I? No, I think I'm still gonna be doing two. Yeah, at least for a little bit. Okay, now this needs stuffing. One, two, three, four. This has 9 stitches. Yeah, now I can start doing more decreases. And when you have 6 stitches, you can gather your stitches and pull and hide your tail and everything else. Like now I have 9, so technically I would have to decrease twice more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Yeah. And last round. And the slip stitch, because I like to finish like this because it, instead of having a steep kind of end, it's flatter around. So I didn't say flat. I didn't say flat earth. I said flatter. like more flat. Just want to specify, I'm not a flat earther. I do know that some people among my subscribers are, but I'm not. And by the way, the Earth is not spherical either. It's a little bit like football balloon, kinda. Not very much though. Like it's quite round, but it's not perfectly spherical. Yeah, I learned that in my science classes in elementary school, which we call primary school here. But I believe it has a reason, like being either gravity or, like, yeah, I couldn't explain very much of it. I don't remember too well, and I'm not really a scientist, so I wouldn't be the ideal person to tell you this. I'm just putting a little bit of stuffing because I was missing some in here, but the very tip I'm leaving open. Well, not open, but I'm leaving empty. Excuse me, like that. And then now I'm gonna gather the stitches and close this up. It's very cute. It's very short too. This is a baby snake. It's so cute. I'm gonna have a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull. And I'm gonna weave in my end throughout the snake's body. And you can kind of go in different rounds just to give it some solidity, just so it doesn't weave back out again. So I go in one direction and then I go the round below and in the opposite direction. Just weave it under a few stitches and it will be fine. I like to go extra to make sure, but just do this under like 3 to 5 stitches in one direction and then go below that or above that, wherever you are. Like, go in a different place and just like 5 more stitches and you'll be fine. This is just so it doesn't unravel. You can even put freight check in the tip of your project if you want to make sure. It's not really necessary. I do it when I work with fiddly yarns that like to break or something like that. I do that sometimes. I have a baby snake. Might use my. Oh, I know what I want to do. I have some. I have some red heart stripes in the colorway neon stripes. You know, the one which is like black, green, black, red, black, purple, black, blue, instead of the colors being each followed by each other. I mean, you have like black in between all of them. I have a bit of that. That make a cute snake. Yeah. Uh-huh. We're gonna go with that. Although I don't know what I'm gonna do for the eyes, because if I use this yarn, there's too much black, so we'll see. This is neon stripes. I had a fight with someone because they were telling me that neon stripes is the other one, the bright stripe, and I was like, no, that's not the same yarn. And so we had a fight over that, just silly BS. Yeah, the body is kind of warmish. I could have done with a longer tail, Uh, but I like it. Hold on, let me just check. I want to see the body of the smaller snake. Yeah, no, it looks warmish on the other one too. It's fine. It's just me being insecure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use this beautiful yarn. So yeah, I put the eyes further below, just to be on the side of the head, because I thought that was better. I'm gonna need different stuffing for this. I'm gonna use black stuffing. Because this is a neon colors, it looks better. I find that the white, if you use like uh, a UV light or no, not a UV light, a black light or something like this, it's UV reactive. But if you use this, I find that white stuffing shows through a lot, and so I prefer to use black stuffing. Uh, yeah. Michaels has discontinued it though, so I'm gonna have to find another source. But you do what you can, right? Let's put this out of the way. I'm using 12 millimeter eyes, but I might have to play with this a little bit because I have some here. They're very small. Are these 10 mils? Yeah, I think these are 10 mils or 8 maybe. No, they're 10 millimeter eyes that I painted myself. Or I could go and use the big ones. Yeah. Let me just see. Yeah, it would still look right, but I also feel like it's a bit big, so I don't know. We'll see. If it happens that the 10th row is right in the middle of color, that will solve the problem. Alright, yeah. Let's start again. I might have to play with the eye placement a little bit. I don't think I'll finish this one. My hands are already hurting. See, it's like pink, then coral. It's pink, black, coral, black, green, black, blue, black, purple, black, pink. So that's the color order here. I want multiple of these for my shop. I'm kind of thinking it's a cool Halloween thing. It's a little bit hard to get started here. The first stitch was a little bit tight. And yeah. So it's a free pattern. I put the blog page there if you want. So, yeah, it has a lot of increases in the beginning here, so I'm gonna focus. But I'm still here if you want to say hello, hi, welcome, and hello to the lurkers as well. But yeah, I'm focusing, but I'm still here. You can still talk to me if you want. I promise I'm gonna get to the chat soon. Once I reach the body, like row 16 to 74, it gets easy. I just go around and around and around. But now we're at round 4, so we still got a ways to go before that happens. This yarn is a little bit old and scratchy, but that's okay. I could also make a bright stripe baby snake. I've made a big daddy snake with it, but I could make a baby. It would be cute. And it would still be Halloweeny, so I mean, not that this one is, it's more rave kind of, but it's okay. And my plan was just to use the Hirschner's yarns, but I have this one and it looks good, and I've wanted to make something with it for a while. One, two, and crease, and crease, and oh, and this, and crease. Oh, one, and just a few rounds still. About 10 before I'm to the portion I don't need to check. And I can already see this working up pretty well. But I am also seeing that row 10 will probably be black. So, yeah, we're gonna see what I do with the eyes. Although maybe not. Because this is row 6. I don't know. I don't want the black eyes to get lost in the color, you know? One. All right. Oh, round 8 to 13 are just straight rounds, so we do get a little break here. And after that, you start to decrease. So it's gonna be super cute just because, striped snakes. That's gonna work super well because it has natural black lines in between each color, so it's gonna be kind of a real life look. That's so cute. And I could make a giant snake with these colors. It would be so good. I would have to buy more. We're starting to get mainstays at our Walmart, and they have retro stripe, and I'm like, oh, I need money. I need retro stripe. If I can get just a few skins, I could make zombie cats. I could make snakes. All of them. A lot of things. A lot more things, actually. And we might. Uh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Row 10 is red, so that's good. That means we can use the black eyes and it's still gonna show through. I'm needing 3 more rounds before um, I get decreases again. My nose is so annoying. I'm sorry, everyone. Like, these are gonna get cleaned before selling them. Yeah, I like using the 12 mil eyes, especially for snakes, because I like having big eyes. I find it cute. I know that snakes normally have kind of small eyes, but I like the look. What can I say? They're plushies. Give me a break. Yeah, soon my roommate's leaving. Like, very soon. So I'm gonna be able to have night lives again. That's gonna be better for my algorithm. I feel like a lot more people are available in the evenings. Whoops, I just crocheted a bunch with some splits here. This yarn is old, so it's kind of splitty, and also, Red Heart Super Saver is not the softest yarn anyway, but This is being a little extreme. I really need me some of that mainstays. I'm gonna purchase some of it. Missing one round. Alright. What's I gotta do? Sorry. Okay. Um, I'm almost finished with this. Now after this round I have to place the eyes. Okay. I'm just gonna count again to make sure I have 15. It shouldn't be a problem, but just to be sure. Yeah, we do. And I don't trust this yarn, so I am gonna put free check. I don't know what's up with this, but it's been drying on me. Been having to poke holes in my bottles of free check now. It's dripping everywhere. Fantastic. Okay. I have paper. Okay. And now round 10. Okay. And as I was saying, I'm using the bigger ones. So I'm using 12 millimeter eyes. I recently restocked when I got my Amazon gift card. So there. Okay, it needs to be slightly higher. I have a bit of yarn sticking out. So I'm gonna cut that and put more free stock. I'm gonna wait for it to dry because right now it's getting all over my fingers. Before I start crocheting again. Alright, I'm gonna show you the results, but before, after I put the backings on the eyes. Trying to not make my fingers all gummy right now. Okay. Here, they're perfectly placed in the round. Thank you for the likes. They're perfectly placed in the round with the red stripe. So we're gonna see them very well. And like I said, I really like to place them on the side of the head like this. It gives that more authentic snake feel, in my opinion. So, yeah. We have the little brother here, candy corn snake. And this one's gonna be kind of trippy, as you can see. So, hey boy. This is preventing dirt and other stuff from entering my nose, and it's making my allergies a little bit easier to manage. I'm just laying the full spectrum of colors on my desk, and it's really nice. Like this green is the most neon color ever. It looks a bit yellow on camera, but I assure you this is green. It's kind of lime. It's kind of limey, slimy. It's a good color. Okay. Uh, yeah. And now, and now we just crochet. Now is the interesting part. Um, 74 rounds of just crochet. I'm just gonna do a few more rounds. After that, I'm gonna stuff the head of the snake. We're gonna take pictures for Instagram later too. I'm thinking of selling those for $30. Maybe 25 to $30, depending. In Canadian, I'll have to measure them. It's gonna depend on the size of the bigger ones that I'm selling, but I think that's a fair range of price. Whoa. This yarn is so splitty. Yeah, it was before they reformulated it, actually. Okay, I think it's time to stuff the head now. And I'm using the black stuffing by Loops and Threads that is discontinued, by the way. But I got like 3 bags before it went out. And I'm so happy I did. Because I'm a goth. And it's kind of unfair that this wasn't. This was removed probably because they weren't selling enough of it. But like I think people underestimate the use of black stuffing. It's very good for things that have small gaps in them and things like that. and it's really good if you want to stuff something that has a lot of black stitches. It doesn't show as much as white stuffing would. It's easy to camouflage. If you're gonna use a UV reactive yarn, it helps too because it hides inside. But yeah, not everyone needs that. Like most people would just make it fleshy and stuff it in white and they'd be alright. But I think people just underestimated the use of this. Uh, I just know personally I like it a lot and I find a good use for this. My neon bright my bright striped neon zombie cats were stuffed with this initially when I could get my hands on more, but now not so much because it's discontinued. But I just thought it looked better under black light. Yeah. This little guy is gonna be so cute though. I'll show you the size of the straps and you'll see what I mean. I'm almost done with one, so I can show you once I have the black stripe corresponding to. I want to count the stitches to make sure I have the right number. Yeah, 16 stitches. That's good. I'm already on to the black, and it changes every 4 rows. So it changes very quickly. Just give me a minute to finish the black stitches and I'll show you. I'm almost done already. After that, we have a blue stripe. It's gonna be so pretty. Alright. See, this is gonna be the size of all the stripes. This green one here. So it's gonna alternate black color all the time. And so this is why I thought it was ideal for a snake. And then purple. Yeah, I forgot that I have to put stuffing in every few rounds. It was easier to remember with the candy corn yarn because I did so every time it switched color. But now I don't have to do this because it's 4 rounds. Don't have to stuff every 4 rounds. It can go like 10. There. It's a little bit better now. More. Yeah. Uh-huh. We're gonna take a hand break, but look, it's already coming along pretty nicely. It's like I have all of this left to make. But yeah. See, what you can do if you want it to swirl is you can kind of force it into position a little bit, and after that, it curves, and you can straighten it out just by pulling a little bit gently, though. You don't want to hurt the poor snake. And it straightens out a little bit, not perfectly. But yeah, you can kind of curve it. It's not a perfect thing because I don't have anything. I don't have pipe cleaners or wires inside of this, but you could put in one and have it keep its shape. But I kind of like the free shaped small snake. It's a cute danger noodle. It's a baby danger noodle. We do have small snakes in Quebec. We call them couleuvres. Yeah, they're about that size, but even smaller. But they're narrower, like this, and they have a very small triangle head. It is so cute. Oh, when I was a kid, my dad was terrified of them. He still probably is, but yeah. My stepmom and I were just like, but look, it's cute danger noodle. My dad didn't want anything to do with them at all. I would personally stay away from handling them because I'm dyslexic and I wouldn't want to hurt them. But I like to look at them; they're adorable. All right, I can do a little more. I don't know how many times I can get the colors to repeat in this. At least twice or three times, that's for sure. Two or three times. But we'll see. I kind of really want it to repeat a few times. Might have to make a longer version of this. Oh, and the pattern it indicates you when to change colors, but I'm using a color changing yarn, so I don't need to do that. If you use neon stripes or any stripe yarn or anything else that changes color, you just keep going. You don't have to pay attention of the round you're on until you're at the very end. So yeah. I could probably make three or four of them in a day if I really put my mind to it, but it's a matter of hand pain, so. Hello! We are making danger noodles today. I'm making small baby ones. This is one with Red Heart Superseiver neon stripe, and I made one with Hirschner's Halloween Sparkle and candy corn. I don't remember the name of the colorway, but it's a candy corn color. I put the mask halfway on my face so I don't sneeze all over my projects, but you can still hear me talk too. But I will clean everything afterwards, like I usually do anyway. It's allergies, like always. So, hold on, it's misplaced now. Yeah. Um, I'm kind of close to finishing the color repeat here. I also gotta remember to put my stitch marker on there to know what round I'm at because I have to do 74 rounds of this. I want to make all of them the same size approximately. so I went with just the number of rounds of the pattern. And we have almost one color repeat here. We're also gonna have to put some stuffing in soon. Let me know how your day is going, by the way. I'm just crocheting and sneezing. I played Stardew Valley a little bit this morning. Uh, I'm waiting for my leeks to grow because I have a quest. I have to bring 12 leeks to someone. To George, I believe. Yeah, I think it's George. Is he wants a gift or something. So his wife wanted Evelyn, his wife, wanted to gift him something, and he likes leeks. So waiting for the leeks to finish growing. I still have like 8 days to complete this quest, so that's what I was doing this morning. Yeah. Um, I love this. It's a very nice colorway for a snake. I don't regret my choice at all. Do not. It is adorable. So yeah, we have one color repeat here. We're gonna count the rounds though, cause I could be like around 20, I think. 1, 2, 3. Ow! I lost my count. I have to start again. I have um over 35 rounds so far. So I have a little bit over twice that to make. So I'm about halfway through before I start doing the tail. The tail is quite quick. It's about this long. This long. Yeah, it's this long. So this is my progress here. I still have this much left to do. Mm. Now my eyes hurt because of the mask. So that means I'm gonna have about two repeats. That's a little bit less than I expected, but that's okay. It's still gonna look super cute. Like I said, I want to make a giant version of this. Like the stripes would be super thin too. So I think the colors that I like the most in this are the coral and the purple. Yeah. The pink is quite bright and it's pretty, but yeah, I really like the coral, the purple, and of course the green. Like the green is perfect. I wish there were more yarns this exact shade of green. So I don't think I'll finish this snake, um, but I'll have enough done for Instagram pictures, I guess. You can kind of see my leg tattoos right now. Yes, I am comfortable sitting like this. I often prop my legs up. Hold on. It's starting to itch. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have a few fits of sneezes throughout this live. That's just the way it is living with heavy allergies. I don't have money to buy uh, meds for that, so I just live like this. Oh boy. I think this is gonna have to be it because this yarn is really rough and it's starting to hurt. So I'm gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. And I'm gonna see you later. Bye. And